how to truly pray. All right. I was talking about manifesting earlier. Now, here I'm talking about how to pray, how to truly pray. And this is what a part of the Song of Prayer, and I took two different paragraphs from there. It says, the secret of true prayer is to forget the things you think you need. To ask for the specific is much the same as to look on sin and then forgive it. Also, in the same way, in prayer, you overlook your specific needs as you see them and let them go into the hands of God. So that was what I was saying is like, you know what you desire and it's okay. And you give it over and you wake up to the reality of what you really want is the self actualization. You really want to come more into your true nature. And you let it go into God's hands. So that prayer that I said earlier is like, I let go into God's hands what I think I need, right? Prayer is a stepping aside, a letting go, a quiet time of listening and loving. It should not be confused with supplication of any kind because it is a way of remembering your holiness. So prayer leads us to remember our holiness. And you can do this at any time. All you need to do is if you're in the closet, if you are in the kitchen, if you're feeling off, if you're feeling not in alignment to your truth, the prayer is, God, Holy Spirit, I give you all these things I think I need to be happy as a gift. And I wholeheartedly pray, may it be your will and not my will. Jesus said it. That's the number one prayer that I feel exists in this world. God, may it be your will and not my will. But you're not guilty because of your ego will, your separate will, your will, the personality self. You're not guilty about that. You want to let go of the guilt. You want to let go, there's nothing wrong here because you desire things in form to be happy. It's very normal and there's nothing wrong. Funny thing is that when you are in a state of putting God first, of wanting to align first to that light and giving it over to God as a gift, it doesn't mean that things in outside are not going to manifest. Actually, the way that they manifest is in a way that there's no attachments. It's a lot more fun. You're not manipulating, you're not controlling, you're trusting. And that is a big thing. Now, what I found is that what I prayed about on that walk that day has manifested in form. And many of you, Kathy, you know, because you saw the transition from LA to here, have seen the growth and how everything has manifested into fruition in form. That being said, is I wanted a house. I ended up buying a house in Florida, a bigger house. That is something I desired, a new house. Also, we ended up getting the car that I had prayed about walking that day. So, and my what I do for a living, this business of really helping people to stop suffering and come back to their true nature, has also escalated with hiring someone to help me. And now we're doing a lot more classes and have the membership, coaching group, etc. So my desires and manifestations of the bodily form have appeared to come to life, although the journey there was easier because of the non-attachment, the not needing to manipulate, to wanting God's will, to wanting peace first. And that takes something. So you want to know that the things that you probably want to manifest will come into fruition, but the journey there is so much better because that's not the goal. The goal is, let this desire that I want outside help me to get back to God. Because the desire is what's separating you in the illusion. The desire of you wanting something outside is you're focused on that instead of focused on that you have everything and lack nothing. Because in the mind of God, in the light, do you feel the light, my friends? We're all the light. You can feel it now. And now, and it's coming out of my hands. And then now. That is what's the point of the desire? The desire is to always pinpoint you to come inside. Oh, I see that I desire to get a new job. Okay, it's never about the job. It's never about getting the job. It's about the journey of you getting the job, you wanting to get it, what you're going to do to understand that that's the classroom, that's the curriculum that's going to help you to come back to your Father's house, to the mind of God again. That is the purpose of that desire. It has nothing to do with getting a job, nothing to do with a car, nothing to do with a house. Even though it happens, I'm very grateful for this house. I'm very grateful for the new car and the car that I wanted. But the journey there, I was very centered, and I'm still that way here in my home, is that all of this is all the classroom so that I can recognize more of God within that desire. And that the goal is not so much the form and making your dreams come true. Okay, now I know this is very radical because now there's this whole movement of teachers and teachings, and it's totally fine. There's room for that. There's space for that. Although I prefer this because I have been in the manifesting dreams world. I have been in the hustle. No, thank you. No, thank you. Right? For me, it's time for more connection, more recognizing I have everything and I lack nothing, more of letting go of the need to manifest dreams, to manifest more of the love that I am. And just how Lorraine says, that holiness, to manifest more of that holiness. Now, this is an important job for all of us because being the light of the world and all of you coming to this class, you can have an impact on your life, on your community, on the people around you by knowing this knowledge that all of the things that we're trying to manifest in form in a way is saying to the universe or to God that what's happening now is not okay. And I don't want what I have now. I prefer to have something different. Okay, so we want to begin to, again, it's hard, it's a little balanced because it's okay to want things in form, right? It's okay, there's no guilt. That's the part of coming back into God. There's no guilt. And then there's a offering to God as a gift. May it be God's will. That is the prayer. That is the most important prayer. Now, let's go into prayer steps, okay? Before that, just if you have any questions, reminder to put it on the little question box there. All right. So this is something I wrote. That's why I didn't put the Song of Prayer. This is something I was inspired to write yesterday that I feel it's helpful. So for me, this is what true prayer is. True prayer involves surrendering everything to God as a gift, an act deeply rooted in trust and a sincere desire for God's will above all else. By relinquishing our desires and embracing God's guidance, we align ourselves with divine purpose and invite blessings into our lives. Okay? What I mean is the blessings is what I shared with you today, the blessing that I've had with this type of prayer, right? The blessing of the awakening, the blessing of the self-actualization, the blessing of feeling that light more, feeling that connection to God, and at the same time experiencing things in form, but knowing that the true prayer is I want all of God. Okay? True prayer steps. So you can write these down. So true prayer steps. Again, be honest about your desires without guilt. Go big. Okay? So this is very similar to the happy plan. You know, for those that did the 9-week program, the Live Your Happy 9-week program, and I've also done my classes in December as we get ready for the new year. I do something that's called the Happy Plan. In this Happy Plan, we work on our goals and desires aligned to spirit. And what we do is at the end